Hello, Rick Lakes. I decided to start just a little bit early. Um, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I just felt like, you know, talking. So, if anybody has any topics, let me know. Yeah, so I just got out of work. Like I'm sitting in a Home Depot parking lot. There's is that the Wendy's or the Arby's? I think yeah, that one's the Wendy's. You can see right there. That one that one's usually pretty busy. So got got my laptop down here. I thought about using the did thought about using my MacBook. I got my MacBook Pro, but it's only at like 40% battery, and I have my little Wi-Fi hotspot. Right now, I guess during this coronavirus thing, they're getting rid of my. They told me I had 20 gigs on here, which they're not lying, but only 2 gigs of which are at full speed. Hello, George Blakely III. So I don't really have a whole heck of a lot to talk about. I have some things I've been wanting to get done that hopefully I can get done this weekend. You know, oh shoot, because I do have this weekend off, even though it has nothing to do with the quarantine. But but so is anybody actually stuck in a position where you're pretty much not allowed to go out? Because I'm pretty much only allowed to go to work, I guess, and I mean, like this Home Depot seems busy as heck right now. Now that's one thing, I know, like a lot of these places, like AutoZone, Home Depot, Lowe's, Dollar Tree. I guess West Marine is not an essential business. If you don't really have to go there, don't. Like Rick, you're the one. Are you the one in Canada or no? Um, yeah, they. Ow! I have a chronic problem with my fingernails. But New Mexico, okay, or I guess that's New Mexico or Minnesota, one of those NMs or MNs. I yeah, because I'm in Delaware and I got a sheet that that Minnesota. Yeah, I have. Oh my me, it's been a long day. But yeah, it's we're technically in a we're not in a quarantine, but we are in a state of emergency, I guess. And you're not supposed to go anywhere, but people are definitely doing it. Um, yeah, like you're only supposed to go out for essential things, and I guess like in my position, like I said, I work in an auto parts store. They people are, it's ridiculous. Like they're coming in like 10, 15 at a time. Like we've never been like we're generally not this busy during that during normal business hours. Usually we get our busiest time around lunch and around 5:30, 6 o'clock, anywhere, well actually really from like say 4:30 to 6 or 7. It's just completely ridiculous how busy we've been getting. Like people just don't really give a what about I'm sorry, there's a whole lot of political stuff going on. There's a lot of things right now that are being made political that really don't need to be made political. Everything's it's just I'm sitting here. I really shouldn't be sitting here on I really shouldn't be sitting here on Facebook while I'm doing this. But yeah, so what do I have going on? trying to decide Thursday. Yeah, this will definitely be a movie. This is like, yeah, this is like I don't know if I'd really compare it to Titanic, but Leo DiCaprio is probably going to end up being in it. So, but I have a few things going on, and like I have a whole bunch of parts sitting at home for that John Deere mower, and I also have a new tool that I want to test. I want to do a test on it, see if it works the way it's supposed to, and hopefully this guy doesn't come trying to talk to me. He probably will. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's like they're but yeah, this thing is definitely going to become a movie. There's no way it's not going to be. It'll probably be a movie before it's over. They're probably already doing it. Sorry about my one of my bosses calling me. Yeah, it's definitely getting crazy. But I have a bunch of stuff that I'm hoping to be able to get into a video. Maybe even a couple videos. I don't know if I want to do it as a series per se, but I definitely want to maybe do a couple videos on a couple certain things. I do have actually, yeah. What do you think of the idea of doing, like, say, more than one video on it? Like, I have oil change and tune up. I have blades I want to do, and I also need to change tires on it. So I don't know if I should just do it all as in, like, all in a video that says putting finishing touches, or do John Deere spin steer front wheel replacement, Kohler 15 horse oil change and tune up, and then how to sharpen a lawnmower blade, certain little things like that. Yeah, let me know what you think of that idea. But I am also starting to get hungry, so I probably will be cutting this pretty short, especially since I know since I already know what we're having. But yeah, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot going on. I do have a couple welding projects I want to do on the trailer, but I also, this weekend is also my wedding anniversary. So I gotta be, careful how much attention I pay to things other than my wife. So, yeah, see, I just happen to be, one of those, one of their essential employees. Like, over the weekend, I've done a lot of different work than I normally do, just because I want to get tired of having problems because that particular work's not done. So that was nice to be able to get some of that done, because we were relatively, well, my section was relatively slow. I don't remember if this is actually a bad location to be filming because of the because the cell service here is kind of 2017, so 3 years. Or is it 16? Yeah, it was definitely 17. It was March 2017. Yeah. How's the quality coming out? Because I think I'm in an area that doesn't have great service. Like, I have, like, decent enough service, but then, like, certain things don't really work well. But I am planning on getting a couple things soon. Moving along with the business, I'm looking to get a very large trailer because I'm battling some issues with the township that I want my business in, and I'm thinking of outfitting an enclosed trailer as a shop. That way I can work inside, work inside the shop. I'm also going to be setting up. I have a Harbor Freight zip-up garage that I'm going to set up on my property. That I don't know how much work I'm going to be doing out of there, but I will be doing a lot of things out of there. And hey, Madam Roy. But I'm trying, to be honest, dropping $8,000 on an enclosed trailer, because the one I'm looking at is 24 feet long and 8 feet wide and 7 feet tall. It also is completely outfitted inside with shop lights. It has a nice electrical panel. It has outlets all throughout it. And it has a door up front and a drop down gate in the back, so I can easily drive a mower right up in there, and also like have both doors open for cross flow, for ventilation. It also has something called a flow vent. I don't really know what that is or how that works. But if I was on my computer with OBS Studio, I could actually bring up the thing. But I'm hoping to be able to look at that this weekend. My truck is not 100% prepared to tow that, because I have everything for the trailer brakes. I just don't have it hooked up right now. But that's a very easy fix, or very easy fix, very easy thing to do. I know Madam Roy with his family with the camper, he knows about the trailer brakes and whatnot, and that you need them. And but yeah, I gotta get that set up, because that's a big trailer. It's 24 feet long. As far as a utility trailer that's also going to have toolboxes in it, workbenches, tools, all kinds of crazy stuff. There's a special jack I got. That's another video I plan to make. Probably not this weekend, but it'll be coming up soon. Next week I'm only working 4 days, basically 4 10-hour days. Excuse me. I really hate to do that on video, but it's hard sometimes. But yeah, the other thing is with the utility trailer, I can also do some of the computer videos in there too. But I would probably rather keep doing them at the camper. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get that set up. I mean, that's a lot of money to drop on, but the place I was going to be looking at working out of was $1,500 a month. And you figure, less than 8 months is $8,000. And if I was smart, I could do the math in my head, but I'm not smart. But the I think it's like $7,800. I'm gonna try to talk them down to $75 because it's actually a 2019 trailer. But yeah, get that that's $8,000 once, and it's gone, and I can pay that off pretty quickly. And actually, I'll probably I'm gonna pay cash anyway, but that's coming out of business loan. But that'll give me a safe place to work out of, because I can always just work out of it at my home, work out of it at the storage unit, do what I got to do. The But I mean, I really was looking forward to getting that one building because it had a perfect area that I could have set off and do the computer work out of. I'm going to need a more robust Wi-Fi hotspot if I'm going to be working out of there. I might have to go to a different carrier. I really don't want to go to Verizon, but they're probably one of the best ones in the area for that. Shoot. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, but there's nothing going on, if that makes any sense at all. Actually, it looks like the Home Depot is closing at 6:30. That's interesting. Oh wow, I haven't even been going for 20 minutes yet. Where I work closes at 6:30 during all this nonsense, and that is water, by the way. I don't have anything against my Linus Tech Tips water bottle, but I find myself drinking less water out of it because I tend to conserve more because I know I have to refill it more often. So if I'm going anywhere fancy, I take that. Otherwise, I'm just using this now again. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've already got the business name, Matt, and I got the I secured a loan. Right now, technically the money is just sitting in limbo. I actually have to go back and talk to the bank about my idea because they have kind of, with the business loans are weird, and because I have, you know, because it's, you know, being a change in the business idea, it has to get approval by the bank again. So hopefully I don't lose that, but either way I'm going to drop the $8,000 on it, whether I do it for the business loan or I do it out of personal. But you know, having to do it out of personal, that means I'm going to have to use some basic hand tools until the business grows, and also use like my, well, I have the other one here, but like, you know, I'll have to use like my Ryobi stuff instead of getting something a little bit better, you know, just until this stuff starts to wear out. Because, you know, Ryobi, don't get me wrong, this Ryobi stuff, like this drill is actually pretty nice. It's actually got a decent amount of power, and but they're not built for, like, this is built for homeowner use. Like, well, actually this is more what they call prosumer, where it's built a little bit better than, like, say, actually, to be honest, this here, if you go to Walmart right now, you'll see a brand called Hart, which is why they got rid of H-A-R-T, I believe. They got rid of the Hyper Tough brand. Hart is made by the same people as Ryobi, TTI Industries. The Ryobi, TTI owns Milwaukee, Rigid, or Husky? Yeah, Rigid, and Ryobi, and now Hart. Basically Milwaukee, this is a stripped down Milwaukee, or is it a stripped down Rigid, I think. And then the TTI is a further stripped down one of these. They're actually not bad, but they're, like, you know, you'll find like little cost cutting measures, like the switch is a different quality. You know, it's made more of a lesser known Chinese brand. You know, the wires will use stake-on connectors rather than being soldered. You know, like little stuff like that is what you'll find in like the Hart brand. Or, you know, like this is I think this is PA6 GF5. I think this is it's like 70% glass fiber reinforced plastic, but like the heart might be 15%. You know, it's like just little stuff like that is where you'll find the differences. Like they find little areas that they can cheap out on, and they do. And you know, that's just part of capitalism. It's something we deal with. But yeah, so like I'll have to keep using these for a little bit. Although, I mean, to be honest, I think it's back here. No, actually, it's in the bed of the truck, underneath the cover. I have my my half-inch impact with a 5-amp battery. That thing lasts forever. And then I got another one I'm doing a review on, and I've been using it. I want to, use it some before I make any decisions on my thing. And so far, I'm really liking it. Is I have Super China brand. It's like, I can't remember. It's Kimo, K-I-M-O, and it's a 3/8 cordless ratchet. And I've only charged the battery once in it, and I've done several lawnmower repairs with it, as well as some other things. And that thing has been, I have not went through the first battery yet. But I feel like I'm rambling. So anybody else have anything they want to talk about? Because I'm getting ready to go home and get some food. If anybody has anything. I might actually just start driving. I don't really want to read and drive though. I'm actually right next to a location that I have emailed Aldi about, and they have given me a very nice offer of what they might do if they go forward with this location. And what the package that they give to people is actually really nice. If they, excuse me. Yeah, it turns out if they use your location, like if they move forward with putting a store there, they give you a $500 check and a $1,500 Aldi gift card. I can do a lot with that. I can do a lot of shopping with a $500 or the $1,500 Aldi gift card, which I think is pretty cool. I just noticed they don't have any sheds out today. Oh, yeah, they do. They're over here. Durr. But yeah, let me see here. Where I'm at here. That's where, right next to that Planet Fitness is where I suggested them do the Aldi. This Home Depot looked pretty busy, and now it just looks kind of dead. And I have surpassed 30,000, so I will be doing a $30,000 mile review of the truck. Like, basically telling how it's been. Spoiler alert, I've had no problems. There's a little minor annoyances on certain things, and certain things are very cheap, but nothing has broken, nothing has been a problem. But I want to get it cleaned out first, because I've been running the business out of it, and it shows. But yeah, it almost looks like they're kicking people out at 6:30. A couple people have went up to the door and walked back around, and yeah, oh, okay, I see somebody at the doors right now. Yeah, there's somebody at the doors at the Home Depot, basically telling people, get out. So, anyway, I'm going to go home. I appreciate everybody that watched, and anybody that watches later. I know live streams don't really have the staying power of a normal video. They don't get the traffic later, but I thank everybody that watched. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.